So what are modules basically? Modules are files containing Python definition and statements. For example, name.py. A module's definition can be imported into another module by using import name. So usually it is very complicated to code by yourself. Like if you want to build a big program, you always need the help of other modules or the help of other people that coded some code before, and then you could use that code to do your own work and then add that to it, and then maybe share it again with other people so that they can use it as well. So the module's name is available as a global variable value where you can import it or use it anywhere once you import it. To access a module function, type name.function. So after you import the name, you can use name.function, or you could also do like name.name.name.function. So it is not necessarily under that that name, but it could be like a couple of folders below in order to find the function that you're looking for. And the best way to do that is to access the module or the library, which is another name for module, the website's library, and find the function you're looking for. So more on modules. Modules can contain executable statements along with functions definitions. Each module has its own private symbol table used as the global symbol table by all functions in the module. Modules can import other modules, and each module is imported once per interpreter session. So you don't need to import like 3 times or 4 times. Like for example, NumPy is a famous library. You don't need to import it like more than 1 time. It's 1 time, it should be enough, and you can use it anywhere you want during your code. It can be imported, can import names from a module into the importing module's symbol table. So here we have an example where we import NumPy as NP, and then we have a different way, which we'll talk about a little bit later, a different way to import functions. And then in this way is we use the syntax from and then the name of the library, and then we import the name of the functions. Obviously, this one is more efficient because we're telling the code which functions we want. Unlike this one, we're just importing the name, and then we will use the name later to tell where our function resides. And then here, we're importing everything. It's the same thing as this one, but stars means everything inside that function. And then the third import, or the fourth import, is another library which is called random. We have imported it here actually, so we don't need to import it again, but for sake of for demonstration, I will just want to show you what are the ways that we could use to import a library. So this is the simplest or the most common one, where you just import the library and then you can use it later as it is, like random dot, just like explained before. And then the last one but not least is sys, which is stands for system library, and is we will explain these, we will talk a little bit more about these libraries later, but now just focus on how we import these libraries. Now we can use them like this. For example, this is a way to import NumPy, and I forgot to mention that as NP means that we are saying that, oh, we want to import NumPy, but please remember that we will mention this library as NP. So next time we will use it, we will just use NP as a short term for NumPy. NP is very common when we use NumPy, so a lot of people use that as when they're referring to NumPy, but it will only work when you say as NP. If you don't, then it will say mistake because NP is not defined. Now NP.zeros, this is a function. Log2 10 is a function. As you can see here, we are importing we're saying that we want to use the this function zeros that resides in NP. And then here we are using log2, and then here we are using sqrt, randint, shuffle, sysx. Now let's open the example and see.